Welcome to the lecture Superneutral words. Superneutral words are characterized by the following points. They can be used in any style of speech without causing a special stylistic effect. They can be used not only in written speech, which abounds in literary words, but also in colloquial speech without causing any stylistic effect. They are generally devoid of any emotional meaning unless special means are employed for this purpose. Poetic and highly literary words form a rather insignificant layer of the special literary vocabulary. They are mostly archaic and very rarely used. Highly literary words aim at producing an elevated effect. The main function of poetic words is to sustain the special elevated atmosphere of poetry. Archaic words are no longer recognizable in modern English. They have dropped out of the language entirely or have changed in their appearance so that they have become unrecognizable. Archaic words are frequently used in poetry and thus belong to poetic vocabulary. For instance, behold, look, hark. The word stock of a language is always in an increasing state of change. Words change their meaning or sometimes drop out of the language altogether. New words spring up and replace the old ones, others stay a very long time, gaining new meanings, becoming richer polysemantically. Dictionaries serve to register birth, aging, and sometimes death of any lexical unit existing in a language. We shall distinguish three stages in aging process of words. When the word becomes rarely used, it's called obsolescence, gradually passing out of general use. For instance, morphological forms thou, thee, thy, thine, verbal ending est, verbal forms art, wilt. The second group of archaic words are those that have completely gone out of the use but are still recognized by the English-speaking community. We call them obsolete. For example, methinks, it seems to me, nay, no. The third group, which may be called archaic proper, are words which are no longer recognizable in modern English, though they were widely in use in Old English. Now they have dropped out of language entirely or have changed Thai appearance so much that have become unrecognizable. For instance, throat, face, basin, tap, descent, melody. There is another class of words which are archaic historical words. Bygone periods of any society are marked by historical events, institutions, customs which are no longer in use. Goblet, baldric, mace. Such words never disappear from the language, they are historic terms. Bookish words are used in cultivated speech only, in books or in such types of oral communication as public speeches, official negotiations. Learned words in English include not only scientific terms, but also special terms in any branch of science, technique, or art. A term is a word denoting a scientific concept. Terms may be divided into three main groups, depending on the character of their etymology. Terms formed from Greek, Latin, French, German, or other foreign sources. For instance, botany, anatomy, schedule, chivalry, march, parliament, estate, restaurant, renaissance, squat, cobalt, zinc, quartz. Terms formed from the common word stock by means of semantic change. For instance, tank, company, wing, fading, jamming. Terms formed by means of special suffixes and prefixes. Ultraviolet, antidote. Barbarisms are words of foreign origin which have not entirely become assimilated into the English language. They bear the appearance of borrowing and are on the outskirts of the literary language. Most of barbarisms have corresponding English synonyms: chic, stylish, Beaumont, high society. Foreignisms and barbarisms are used with various functions, for instance, to supply a local color, introduce language elements that reflect the environment as a background to the narrative. By local color we also mean the devices used to describe the conditions of life, the customs, the morals and the manners of a given country at a given period. Another function of foreignisms is to build up a stylistic device of non-personal direct speech or represented speech of a local inhabitant which helps to reproduce his manner of speech and the environment as well. The next video will be about sub-neutral words. Enjoy!